Yeah, you knew nothing about it. You knew nothing about. Sure, you knew nothing about it. Seeking professional mental health help can be quite tedious when you've got like a job versus a career, and yeah, really don't want to do it, but there we go. Hello everyone, welcome to Seedy Location. A bit of clearing before I go into the new pack, Free Mars. I've just read the title here. So lost my deck box and a few of my cards. It's really put a downer on things because I missed the Jank tournament, had my picture and everything, that I was so happy. So I'm feeling a little vulnerable. There we go. Anyway, if I become less coherent than normal, I apologize. Losing focus, so I can't really. I don't. Speaking, voice, sing, basically. Yeah, mental issues are bad, but you know, you work for it. Anyway, this has brightened up my mood somewhat, so let's have a look. See, this looks like art from Conquest. Rest in peace, Conquest. All hail the Emperor. Mars used to be cold. Then the humans arrived and brought the flames of war with them. Fantasy Flight is proud to announce the upcoming release of Free Mars, the 5th data pack and registered cycle for Android Netrunner. While the Martian Colonial Authority... Oh, MCA, that's what it stands for. Martial Colonial Authority Source, or MCA Source, yeah. These Earth-based corporate backers. It's just the war ended a long time ago. The Free Mars Council... Oh, okay. Power, and now that its activity recruiting for the war for Martian independence. The new agendas in Blood and Water revealed how far the Big Four are willing to go on Mars to pursue profits and power. Now with the 60 new cards, 3 copies of each 20 unique cards in Free Mars, it's time to see how far the clans in their runner allies will go to keep Mars for Martians. So strap a mil-spec laser to your exosuit and call in every favor you can. The revolution is here. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, yes, I can see the HB card. Okay, I'm not going to look at it yet. Okay, so the top cards are Rest in Peace. Okay, is that a Apex card? Looks like an Apex card. It's a run type. Interesting. Look forward to see what it does. Biased reporting from MBN. How dare you? Okay, and it says choose resource, hardware, or program the runner may trash any of his... How comes... Okay, if it's from the grip, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough if it's from the grip. But if it's on the field, already installed, they're really infringing upon what I think should be Wayland's territory, but it's fine, it's fine. Okay, and you got a resource here, a location Seedy. When turn begins, you may 1 card from heap. If you do, gain 2. If that's remove a card from your heap, then that's a good card, and that's the kind of cards we need. How many resource influences? Okay, no, okay, right. I'm not going to read into that. Okay, now the cards you can see. Mars to the Martians. Play your first click, draw 1 card for... Yeah, we've seen this card spoiled already. Draw 1 card for every installed clan resource. Gain 1 for each tag you have. Yeah, okay, that's an interesting choice, but very anarchy, very good. Jinteki card, which I don't really care about, but I'm going to read it for funsies' sake. Install cost of each non-virtual resource is increased by 1. Oh, what am I going to... Would it make sense that Jinteki... Well, they do control agriculture, I suppose, but... To be honest, I feel this effect would be more Wayland, because they build infrastructure, but... Well, okay, you know what? No, we can go into that later on. I'm gonna, you know what? In my next episode, I'm gonna tell you now. Next episode, I'm gonna go over what you do when you've lost your cards, and just to help myself work through it. I'm also gonna go over some more of the card designs. I was starting to do the card designs when I realised I lost my deck box, and then I just kind of lost all hope. And yeah, so there we go. And finally, O2 shortage. Oh, okay. Okay, HB. Oh, okay. The runner may trash one card from his or her grip at random if he or she does not gain 2 clicks. Oh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why not just pay the extra credit and use Biotic? I'm sorry, no, this... If it was gain 3 clicks, okay, then it makes sense. Then it makes sense. But right now it's just paying 3 to do 1 meat damage. And it's not even... I think the cost of this card is too high considering. It's either they must trash 2 cards, and then you can, because then it makes sense, because then it's like, I play 3 clicks to make you have to discard 2. That's great. Because then that can be kind of combo. That's like kind of like a hard choice thing, like a Wayland thing to do. But I mean, you could trash 1. Runners can discard 1 card, especially if they get to choose it. Okay, so you play 2 of these. We got 5 cards. Play 2 of these. Yeah, so discard 1 card, and then you get your click back. No, it either needs to give the corporation 2 clicks, or the runner needs to... Yeah, if it gave the corporation 3 clicks, then I feel this card would make sense. Because it's so easy to stop, you don't want them to gain 3 clicks, so you just discard 1 card. And if you want to try and use this in a kill combo deck, well, it's splashing 2. Yeah, it just seems a bit wishy-washy. And I like it's great design. I just disagree with the numbers. Resources are scarce. Under the domes, it's almost impossible to forget that Mars was ever meant to sustain human life. Well, never meant to sustain. For some of the clan members enduring their MCS felt like a small price to pay for the luxuries that are imported each day from the Barbary starports and distributed by Megalev to the outlying nodes. But every day it's becoming clearer and clearer that the O2 recyclers and multi-tiered Algots and Nixon plastic plates aren't arriving for the benefit of the Martians who struggled and died for generations to build civilization out on the red irradiated dirt. Instead, needy-ride corporate execs keep the best supplies for themselves, and the Martians squabble over scraps. Now the FMC is encouraging their fellow Martians to see these aliens for who they are, schemers who see a stint on Mars as the best way to climb a ladder that's going too crowded on Earth. Oh, there we go, bias reporting. I'm not going to read it yet. But a smear campaign against Earthers may not be enough when the corporation control everyone's access to news, the water supply, and even the air they breathe. The new corporate cards illustrate how much control they can wield over runners' choices when resources are scarce. There are 3 cards. Bias reporting. Okay, here we go. 2 cost. Choose resource, hardware, or program. The runner may trash any user installed cards of that type and gain 1 for... Wait a minute! Wait a minute. Damon Stone, why do you do this to me? Okay, everyone. Last episode, I came up with some card designs. You may remember them, how I thought that we need to have these hard choices for Wayland. Wayland needs to be able to do meat damage and they should become a faction of hard choices. Here, okay. Oh, so I'm so shook right now. First card was either takes 2 meat damage, or the corp gains 10 credits and 1 bad publicity. And so we got O2 shortage here, which is like you do 1 discard or you gain clicks, which is HP, you know, and I'm okay with that. I'm actually okay with that, believe it or not. I just didn't want this effect to be in MBN or Jinteki. But then I came up with another Wayland card, which was, I feel that Wayland should be able to spot remove pieces of hardware, like and HB should focus on program removal. The runner can choose like a card to like choose a piece of hardware or something installed to trash, and if they do, they gain like cards for each. They gain cards for the trash type. But here, MBN has it. Now, if MBN was doing it from the grip, influencing friends and family, which the grip frame is a grip in reality of friends and family, that makes sense. They don't get to control what's installed. They don't get to control what's built. Wayland controls what's built. They build the infrastructure. They build stuff. Why is MBN doing this? Oh, damn it. No. I gave you the card designs. Mr. Stone, why do you do this to me? You no. Oh, I'm so shook right now. I'm just shaking. You're a mad genius. I don't. Just FFG. Just hire me as a consultant. He's clearly ripping me off, and he's left because I've trashed the tags. Because I've put proof in the last video. In the last, I'll cut some in. I'll cut in the stuff just so you can see. But yes, he's clearly ripping me off. Okay, I'm gonna speak. Yep. No. Just. Oh wow. I'm just so shook. Okay. The final card I came up with is this agenda here. This is how it is now. It's a 5 difficulty with 2 points, and the idea behind it is that the cost of operations and events are reduced by 1 for each bad publicity the corp has, and just move on. Water monopoly, where they increase the cost, and O2 shortage. Confront the runner with harsh inequities of life on Mars. When the corp plays bias reporting, they must choose to trash their own cards, and the corp profit from the attempts to create an advantageous board state as more and more runners rely on resources. And this is even more sleazy than the card I made, because the corporation gains the money. In my one, at least the runner got something for it. Okay, the runner gains 1 credit. Mine gives the runner cards, which is. As more and more runners rely on resource-heavy strategies involving slums, tempting contract, daylight reversal, just should be. That's the point that corporations make quick profit from their meticulously constructed rig. The profit differential increases during decade play enforces bias reporting each copy. Okay, he's got protection. Yeah, you can score early agendas. Circuit field has some knives and okay, give economy. Oh, a good nice picture of O2 shortage. The lack of oxygen causing distress, friend. Yes, it is. Okay, so it's not damage, but it is at random. That makes it slightly better. But if you're going to do this, I think it should cost 1. Because the Jinteki nat damage is much cheaper. And then it makes sense. Why would you play this over Biotic? If I want to get the clicks, I'll just pay the extra credit and use Biotic. It's just... Sorry, I'm lost. Meanwhile, O2 storage offers the runner another choice to catch into. Just run a car from the grip or give the corporation a click at first glance. Yeah, it may seem like a less roll. Okay, yes, I'm glad you realised that. However, O2 offers a few advantages of their own. First, offers HB an extra 3 chances to fast advance. No, okay, but see, here's the thing though. With the 3-2 cycling out, unless one click isn't enough to do it anymore. You need the money. Second cost a credit less. No, it doesn't matter. I can appreciate the difference of the credit, but it should be 2. This should cost 2 credits. Then there's a click. Okay, you know, if it did cost 2 credits, okay, I would agree with you. But at 3 cost, it should either do trash 2 cards at random, give 3 clicks, or cost 2. Yeah, if it costs 2, then okay. Okay, you know what? Yeah. Okay, how much does New EMP cost? Yeah, New EMP costs 2. But talk is 3. While it may seem like the corporations have a knife on Mars, the truth is that others are still afraid. Straight too far from made an image like Bradbury. When you attempt a game, you may remove 1 card from the heap. From the game, if you do gain 2. See, that's a good card. Controls. I mean, this is a good card. It's like this means that the FMC can secret the rights forces and red planets, innumerable hills, blah blah, gather Seedy and gather in Seedy locations like Blue Moose. Okay, yeah. Okay. See, I like this card. See, this is exactly the kind of thing you need to do. Remove cards from the heap. There you go. The nearest neutral resource captures the essence of life on Mars. Runners struggle to live. Going to credits. This means runners can sell an empty cache to Aesop's pawn shop. Yes. And one more. No, it's not. Oh no, I'll just recycle it. The players who want to choose cards, new events like Rip Deal may offer a better way to choose cards. Here we go. Oh, it's a criminal card. Okay. Make a run on HQ. If successful, when you would access any number of cards from HQ, you may instead add that many cards from your heap to your grip. Remove Ripdale from the game instead of trashing it. Okay, so make a run on HQ and then why does I feel that this criminal should not have this recursion, I don't think, but oh, because you could add 5 to your grip with this if you have. I'm a bit worried about that recursion. You know, I don't like recursion. Not about checks and balances. Yeah, if you give this, oh, it's just Alpha Monster Fitcher. Okay. Okay, so the first time Demonstone got me was with the interview where all the cards that I complained about just so happened to be spoiled for Terminal Directive. At the same time, our interview was due to begin. Yeah, he had nothing to do with the timing. Okay, so yeah, that's the first thing. So I asked him to like critique my things from that Seedy Location episode that I just mentioned. Yes, the last one where I created those new cards. I asked him to critique that. He kindly did, and he did. So yeah, so I got a response from him. So you see, there are a number of good ideas, like the idea of the redacted mechanic. The first card and last card are good. So the first card was the 2 meat damage or 10 credits in a bad pub, 5 cost, very expensive. And the last card was the reduce the cost of playing an operation and event for every bad pub accrued, and again, just to make sure it only benefits Wayland. and then of course he would adjust numbers, because we both really disagree on numbers. I think that some of his numbers are too high, and but there we go. So I think some of his numbers are too low, but it's neither here or there. We disagree on numbers, but the design, I cannot fault the design. The design is fantastic. I cannot. But I've got my eyes on you, playtesters. Yeah, and of course you'd obviously want to test out the bearability. Now that's what I have a problem with O2 shortage, because trashing one card is clearly better. And if they're going to be given that better option, I feel that if they cannot pay that simple thing of discarding one card, then the corporation should get something really good, as opposed to just one credit off Biotic. It's just doesn't seem that impressive. Because you can only do that first click. You can't do that second click. Second click, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The second click, that card loses all playability, all the real playability that it needs. But there we go. Yeah, and here he's going into like that second seemingly less ability. Someone will discover something. They always do. They always discover a way to break it. And it does sound right. And then he can't print. Yeah, and it goes on about prepaid, because again, prepaid seemed like a very innocent card, but then a few months later, boom, you get prepaid Kate. But yes, that's why I like these modular cards, because they give them lots of options. Yeah, and I love that. And as like the inspiration behind it was like I was thinking about the mob and how they give you what seems to be a reasonable choice, but really you're just prolonging your death. And here I asked him if I can use it, typos and all. He agrees, and yeah, I was also gonna force Michael Boggs to print these cards, because obviously I'm the most important player in Netrunner, and he has to listen to me. And Damon says the cards could be tested possibly. But now I know why he says that they could be tested. Now I know why he says they could be tested. He said they could be tested because he already made them. You evil genius Boschtet. Ugh.